Welcome to the Eczema Warrior podcast. I'm your host, Julia Chen. I'm here to help you heal your eczema naturally so you can finally live your best damn life. Many years ago in my own eczema healing journey, I was stuck and confused on how to heal my skin. Fast forward to today, after many lessons learned and lots of trial and error, I'm now living my best life and traveling the world with clearer skin. If you're an eczema or TSW warrior who desires a life of food freedom and is wanting to heal your skin without steroids while using mindset and manifestation as a tool, you're in the right place. Now let's get into it. Hi, my angels. Welcome to another episode of the Eczema Warrior podcast. Today, we're going to talk all about supplements. This is like the most common question I get when it comes to eczema healing. Is what supplements to take and how do you choose them? So I thought we're going to do a quick episode on choosing the right supplements for your root causes and for your healing. But of course, we're going to go into a quick life update. So as you guys know, I've been in Greece for the past 2 months, and I did a couple mini trips in the past 2 months to Milan and did little weekend trips to other parts of the island in Greece. On Crete actually is the island. And then this weekend is actually going to be my last weekend here on the island. And then next week, I'm going to head over to Athens. Actually, the time when this podcast recording is going to be posted, I'm already going to be in Athens. And then I'll be there for about 5 days, exploring a little bit. And then my boyfriend and I are going to go on a lovely trip for the next week after that. I'm going to share with you guys later, but I'm actually really freaking excited just because this trip is something I used to do with my family when I was younger. Like every year we would go on these kind of trips, and this is my first time doing this trip as an adult. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys exactly what I'm doing once I start the trip, but I'm freaking stoked for it and I just can't wait to share. So that's pretty much a life update of what's going to happen in the next few weeks. And then this weekend, I actually decided to do some extra self-care and go to this nice resort on the island here in Crete. Since it's my last weekend, I thought might as well. So I'll be hanging out by the pool there and get some good sunshine. Because October is a slower season for the island, a lot of hotels and 5-star hotels, luxury resorts are doing insane deals. They're giving away rooms that would normally be $700 for around $200, which is insane. So that's a bit of a travel tip for you guys. If you ever want to come to Europe, actually I don't know other places in Europe, but I know for sure if you come to Crete and you want to book a resort, October is the time because it's just so much cheaper. You get sick deals. You get to have your own room that has a swim-up pool, private swim-up pool for only $200 to $300 Canadian. For those of you who are from the States, that's $150 US or less. Canadians always pay more. And you can't get that anywhere. If you wanted to book a swim-up pool in the States or in Canada, it'd be $1,000. So Crete is the spot, guys. And I'm excited to share my experience this weekend. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to book the swim-up pool because it got booked up too fast. However, what I'm trying to do actually is manifest it. So when I get there, I'm going to just go to the counter and be like, can I get an upgrade? Is there a possibility that there's an availability for a swim-up pool? So I've been journaling about it, trying to visualize it. I'll let you guys know in the next episode if I actually get this swim-up pool situation because it's so pretty. Okay, enough of that. Let's get into today's episode on how to choose the right supplements. So if you listened to my episode last week, I talked all about why strategy is important and has to be effective if you want your eczema to heal. I dived into diet, I dived into supplements and how when it comes to supplements, less is more and choosing the right supplements for your root causes. So when you're selecting supplements, first of all, it's important that you know your root causes first, because if you don't know your root causes and you're just picking off supplements off the grocery store or, at the supplement store, then you're basically wasting money because you don't even know why you're taking them in the first place. Now, maybe you've done some research on the internet and you're like, oh, you know what? Omega-3s are great for eczema, so let me just start taking that. However, not everyone can tolerate omega-3s. Not everyone needs omega-3s at the moment that you think you need it. There's a step-by-step process when it comes to healing your eczema, which I often talk about in my podcast episodes and, on Instagram stories and whatnot. But you can't just take all the supplements at the same time thinking that they will work. So my first tip is know your root causes. And then based on that, that's when you can start choosing the right supplements to address those root causes. So for example, if you found that your root cause is candida, which is a very common root cause that we often see in our clients, candida is basically a yeast overgrowth that people tend to have when they are dealing with eczema. Not everyone, but some people do. And so then when you find out that you have candida based on, a test, based on your assessment by your practitioner, and for those of you who are doing this on your own, it's going to be a little bit more challenging, but there is a few symptoms that would indicate that you have candida, which anyways, I'll share that in a different episode. This is an episode about choosing supplements, but if you find out you have candida, then you would choose supplements to target candida. Now, there's tons of supplements for that, but let's just use an antifungal herb, for example. So then you would go and choose an antifungal herb, and then you would use that to address your candida. Now, let's say you have candida and you also have gut dysfunction, which is when you cannot digest your foods properly. So maybe the second supplement that you want to take is a supplement that will help to digest your food better and support your digestion better. So digestive enzymes are really good for that. So then you would use that and perhaps your candida supplement as well. And then this is how you choose the right supplements when you know your root cause and then you use supplements to target that. Maybe some of you guys have nutrient deficiencies and you determine that through blood work, symptom assessment, again with your practitioner. Then maybe you want to take a multivitamin or some minerals to help address that root cause. Now, just because I'm sharing these examples doesn't mean you guys need that. Please, 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 as a disclaimer, check with your doctor and check with your practitioner if you can take these supplements and if you need them. Because if you have allergies, if you are on medications, there may be interactions. Also, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, there's a lot of supplements you can't take. So check with your doctor before taking any kind of other supplements. Okay, so that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, when choosing the right supplements, is make sure that you are selecting good quality supplements. I see so many of you guys go to a regular store, like a grocery store, and just buy supplements off the counter, or you're purchasing supplements off of Amazon, for example. I'm not saying that, there aren't good brands out there, but generally speaking, we want to be choosing professional grade supplements. And the reason why you want to choose professional grade supplements is because they are better quality. A lot of these professional grade supplements are third-party tested. There's research behind the brand, hopefully, and they are often more effective when it comes to what it does for your body and when it does for healing. So when you're selecting supplements, if you don't have access to professional grade supplements, this is when obviously you want to see a practitioner because a practitioner can select the supplements for you. Now, if you're choosing supplements off of the grocery store counter or you're just buying it off of Amazon, a lot of the times these supplements aren't as effective because they're not tested well enough. There's not a lot of research behind the supplement brand, whatever the case is. And the thing is, a lot of these grocery brands is that if you look at the ingredient list, it's not that great. Oftentimes, some of these brands, they add fillers into them, preservatives, artificial colors. So those might not be ideal when it comes to the ingredient list. Not only this, when you're comparing between professional grade supplements and grocery store brands, you also have to look at bioavailability. So Bioavailability is basically how much an ingredient your body can actually absorb and be used for the body. And so non-professional supplements, they don't always focus on bioavailability. So even though they claim that they're like, it's like good and it works or whatever, you don't really know. Versus when you're purchasing professional grade supplements because they're third-party tested, they're backed up by scientific research, and not everybody can access professional grade supplements, usually only doctors or practitioners. Their brands are, or their supplements are more bioavailable. So your body actually uses them, which is the whole purpose of taking supplements, right? We want to take them so that they actually do something for the body. So that's another thing to consider when you're choosing supplements. And by the way, I want to let you guys know that right now we have a promo for my course From Flaring to Thriving. If you need help with supplements, with your root causes, with your diet, how to select supplements and all the things, right now we're doing a 50% off discount, which is the biggest discount I've ever given for this course. This course is valued at over $1,200 with the modules, with the worksheets, with the root cause comprehensive worksheet and the meal plans and everything is inside, but we're giving it away for only $250, which is like the biggest promo, like I said, I've ever done. And it's because of October. It is Eczema Awareness Month, and I want to be able to give you guys accessible resources to help support your new healing, especially if you've thought about wanting to get coached by me, but maybe it's out of your budget at the moment, then this course is perfect for you. It's self-paced, so you can take your time and implement the things that I talk about. So if you want to join From Flaring to Thriving, the last day to join for 50% off is going to be this coming Friday, October 20th, before 11:59 p.m. PST. And you get 2 bonuses as well. So on top of the 4 modules, you also get 2 extra modules on how to heal salicylate intolerance and how to heal histamine issues. That's going to help you a lot if you have been struggling with your diet and need help with adding back foods. I talk about that in those modules as well. And you can join From Flaring to Thriving in the show notes below. Okay, so the other thing I want you guys to consider when choosing the right supplements are your allergies or sensitivities. So oftentimes there are supplements out there that have allergens in them. For example, if you can't tolerate dairy, if you can't tolerate soy, some of these products have those ingredients in the ingredient list. So when you're choosing supplements, it's important to read the label and make sure that your allergies aren't listed in the ingredient list and that they're actually tested. So it's safe for you to take, especially if you have anaphylactic allergies. You obviously have to be very careful because any kind of cross-contamination can be fatal. So when we are choosing professional grade supplements, they are like tested for sure. They make sure that the ingredients are exactly what is shown on the ingredient list. And they also ensure that there's no cross-contamination as well. So making sure that you look at the ingredient list so that there's no other allergens in there is going to be very important when you are choosing supplements. Okay, the last thing I want to mention when it comes to choosing the right supplements, and you've heard me say this before and even in the last episode, is less is more. Okay, just because you're taking 15, 20, 30, kind of exaggerating there, but if you're taking a bunch of supplements, it doesn't mean that it's better and it doesn't mean that it's going to heal you faster. I've taken off clients who were unfortunately put on over 15 supplements from other practitioners and streamlined their protocol and actually got them off of those supplements and, only focus on the core supplements for their root causes, oftentimes down to 5 supplements. And they've seen so much more healing as a result of that. So that just shows you that supplements aren't there to be a magical thing where it heals you. And just because you take more supplements doesn't mean it's better, especially if these supplements you're taking are just too much for your body to handle. A lot of these supplements for eczema, can be for detoxification, can be supporting the gut, right? But if your body can't tolerate this amount of detoxification that the supplement is trying to do for you, then it's only going to cause you to develop more flares. And I'm sure a lot of you have noticed that, more flares when you've taken certain supplements, and that could mean a million things. But one of the reasons why is because maybe it's too harsh for your body or your body's just not ready to take all those supplements. So remembering that taking less can actually be better. Get assessed if you don't know what to take. And remember, there's a step-by-step strategy when it comes to healing flares using supplements. We don't just take all of these at the same time. There's a way to take a few at a time, address a few of your root causes, and once that's under control, that's when we reassess and think about, what are some other supplements we can start taking. And that's what I do inside my coaching as well. I help my clients select supplements. They get access to professional grade supplements in my dispensary. And it's way easier because now they don't have to, go to the grocery store and look for supplements and not know if it works. So if you want to work with me and you want help with choosing supplements, but not only that, you want help with a protocol, knowing exactly what to eat, knowing how to add foods into your diet, how to incorporate healing foods. We talk about all of that inside Clear Eczema with the supplements, with the root causes. And the best part about this is it is not self-paced. So the best part about this is that you get weekly calls with me in our group coaching program. And this is where you get a chance to ask me any questions about healing. And it's a great community of us to support each other, to heal, and to get your flares under control. You can also apply for Clear Eczema in the show notes below that I'll leave there. And that's what I have for today's episode. I hope you found it helpful, gives you some guidance and tips when it comes to choosing supplements. And before I let you guys go, please leave us a review on Apple iTunes or Spotify. This is the only way that's going to help the podcast grow and show it to more people in the world so we can change more lives. And if you are able to leave a written review and send a screenshot of your review to hello@juliachen.ca, then we will send you a free eczema visualization to your inbox. And looking forward to working with you guys, to healing with you, to seeing your reviews, and we will catch you in the next episode. Mwah. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. Now, before I let you go, I want to let you know I have this amazing eczema visualization. This visualization has helped me so much when it comes to manifesting eczema healing flares faster than I can ever imagine, reducing the itch, and just feeling great in my body. This is the exact same visualization I use for my own healing as well as my clients' healing as well. And if you want to receive this visualization, then all you have to do is leave us a review and tell us what you think about the podcast, screenshot it, send it to your email at hello@juliachen.ca, and you will receive the visualization to your inbox. I look forward to seeing your review, and we will see you in the next episode.